Hello there. Alright, I'm late. My bad. Also, I misclicked and launched a stream using yesterday's settings, so it looked like I was live playing the Long Dark for a bit, but I am not actually going to be playing the Long Dark. I'm going to wait a moment to see if some people will join. If not, that's totally fine. Because, you know, it usually takes a sec for people to come in. I literally just started the stream. Alright. Today's stream's gonna be a little different than the last 8 of these, I think. Let me get hair fixed. Make a little strand that's like, there we go. And then the screen. Right, let me put, ooh, hold on. Let me put, let me just move some stuff over before I show sensitive information. Oh, here's another one. Hold on. Yep. Don't want to show Epic Games Launcher for NDA reasons. Excuse me. Jesus. And then switch this to that. There we go. Cool. Okay. So today's stream, like I said, is going to be a little different than the last 8 or so. I am like... I'm very close to finishing what I need for the first milestone. But I'm running into a lot of issues, some of which are like redoing a certain part and making it, you know, more efficient. A certain piece of code or whatnot. And also fixing some glaring technical issues. One of the big ones right now is getting the character to interact with objects correctly. Because right now, this is a really common issue where you will... What happened to the game? There we go. Ignore the arms on the side. I can't like exactly like place two objects too close to each other because they're like it like breaks the interaction a little bit, and so like it causes issues. Like, also I need to figure out why this is happening, because even if I've done some changes here and there, I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working. There's lots of bugs with this, and it's just like how the player interacts. This is what I used to interact, and I guess I could make it smaller, and I could also just make sure that items are placed far away from each other, but I don't want to do that. I want to... I know there's definitely a way to fix it, and I have it set up, but something is like breaking the logic here. There's like one thing that's off. So I've adjusted this so I can overlap two or more objects, really, more than one object at the same time. Whatever's the first one is going to be set as... Sorry, no, it's in here, right? Yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay, I think I'm definitely missing something here. Got it. Okay, I know what's wrong here. No, here. Is valid. I need to also check. So this first one right here is the line of code that's has the interaction capsule overlapped something that it can collide with. Basically, a door, item you can pick up, a container, etc. So this first check is asking, is it a valid object? Yes or no? Yes is what I want the outcome to be. I'm going to turn this down. Now I need to see, is this variable reference valid? So this contains a reference to the object that I have already previously overlapped. If it's empty, then we want it to do one thing. If it's not empty, we want it to do something else. I think I'm missing this. So if there's no object reference set here, I want it to do this, which is gather information from that object and then setting it. I don't want to... I'm going to have to move all this again. I keep moving this down as I try to fix this. I need to make more room here because this is going to get messy before I can start cleaning it up. So if there's no reference in there, this is what I'm doing, which was my code from before. If there is a reference in there and it's still valid, that means that there's something there that the player's keeping track of. Don't acquire that information and set it as the reference. Don't do anything with the HUD. Don't change anything with the HUD. Don't enable or disable input for the object. But refresh this. Okay. It's gonna look weird, but refresh this. So what this is doing is it's keeping track of the list of items that I've overlapped. So I'm adding one or removing one. And then if the list of items has something else in it, then set that object as the new reference and enable input. So that way I can now I'm basically switching over from the one that I've removed to the new one, which is in the list. Hopefully that makes sense. There's going to be multiple references listed. Hi, Daniel. Multiple object references listed in this array. And I'm switching to the new one in that one. Or over here, I guess, down here. Okay. So I think this should be good. Now let me look at the end overlap. So this is when we are no longer interacting with an object. We move the capsule and it's no longer overlapping said object. So right now I'm really working with the containers. Once I figure this out, I'm gonna move on, but really all I'm gonna do today is just spend time polishing the code and making sure most, if not all, the bugs are gone, because I do have a list of bugs. A lot of them are related to this right now at the moment, so I want to fix this before moving on. Okay, so when we're ending overlap, is the object a valid object? Yes. Is the object overlapped the reference? True or false? So if it's true, the next thing I wanted to check, I might not even need this. I might not need that, because I was checking to see if there was more than one object referenced in the list. So maybe I need to rearrange this. So I don't want this. This is gonna reset the HUD. I don't want to reset the HUD if I still have an object that can be the reference. If I'm overlapping more than one object. So let's move everything over. First things first. Let me do this first. Let me get rid of that. So the first thing I want to do is disable input for the current reference. referenced object, and then refresh this list. So that's going to remove it from the list. So it's going to be false, right? False. So false, remove it from the list. Is it getting the correct object? Yeah. So I wonder if it would make more sense to do this. Because this is, if the object overlapped is the current referenced object. We no longer, yeah, this should be right. So we're removing it. I'm missing something here, and I just realized what it is. Whoops. This might not be necessary, but let's just do it just in case. Set this as empty first. So now that's empty. Let's just leave it there. Then, does the overlapped objects list or array have more than 0? That means it had something else in the list. I'm overlapping something else when I'm ending overlap with another object. If there is, then grab the object at the top of the list, set it as the new reference, and enable input for that object. In my head, this tells me my head is telling me this should be it, but let's see what happens. Okay, so if it's not the object reference, then we need to do that. Okay, so what about this though? So I guess this can go down here, because if this is 0 or not greater than 0, then it could go here. That would refresh the HUD. I guess I could do it here. So if the length, let's do equals just to be safe. Equals 0. That means there's nothing in there. We're not overlapping a single thing. Then we update the HUD and remove the search text and the percentage bar and all that. Okay. So the only difference is I don't want to do this. We don't want to do disable here. Let me do it here. I'm hoping this is the solution. Hoping. So theoretically I could... No, let's just leave that as is. I'm just going to do this. Reset this down here. Don't need that then, because it's right here. Let me just make this purdy. As purdy as it can get. So if it is the object reference, disable input for that object, refresh the list. If the list is empty, screw it. Let me just do this. Since I'm doing this twice, essentially. Oops. Search HUD. Yeah. I think this will work. Same here. Oh, no. Never mind. I thought it's I'm basically asking the same question, but I'm not quite using the same logic. Never mind. Forget about this. Yeah, that's fine. What I had. I thought I was using this exact code twice. No, we're not doing that. So if it is an object reference, remove it from the list. If it's empty, update the HUD. Okay. Okay. And then there was one other big issue. Probably I'll figure it out next, but like it's something to do with. Yeah, maybe I could show it here. So this was the issue. I start searching and then take that, move the camera, no longer overlapping, but then the bar is like broken. I know a solution. I think I'm gonna do what the long dart does, because I think, if I remember correctly, it holds you in place, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can't move until you let go. I might do that. Okay. Let's see if this works. Let's do this a few times. Cool, that actually fixed the issue, the disable input issue, where there was no reference. Okay, so far so good. Now let me peek at the code, because I also kind of need to see what's happening. You can't see it because it's on the second screen. Okay. Okay, cool. Do this at an angle, because this is like it's a theoretical, possibility. If I have two objects that are close to each other and they can both be interacted with. Okay. So I entered overlap with the second container on the right there. Exited overlap with the first one. And then exited overlap with the second one. Okay. I think we're good. See, now when I enter and exit overlap with each of them, like at fast speeds, I'm theoretically overlapping two objects for a brief moment. It doesn't seem to be breaking it. Fortunately, that might have resolved the issue. Also, that's new. You can see the crafting crystal added. I added that today. It looks kind of nice. Okay, now that... Yeah. Okay, so now that the object has been searched, see, as you progress through this, you're going to find more issues, because collisions are so finicky, not just in Unreal, in any engine really. In any engine this can be a problem. And of course I'm not using proper code. I'm using blueprints, so this is a different experience in every engine and every code. So theoretically, I've overlapped both of them. Okay. Part of me wants it to update collision, because look, I haven't exited collision, it still won't let me interact. So I feel like I should fix that. And I think basically what I'm doing here. So I actually don't need this, do I? No, I never ended up using that. Okay, so custom event. Refresh inspected object reference. That's a mouthful, but it's it's literal what I'm doing here with this particular event. So I'm doing this. Let's just get its own copy of this. And then there. So this is now going over here because I'm going to be using this in 2 different spots now. Refresh. Inspected object reference. Okay. Cool. So I don't need that anymore. See? Nice and tidy. And since I'm going to reuse this, now I can, instead of calling this whole thing, this whole line of code here, which I don't want to do sometimes, now that they're separate, I can call this where I need it. So where I need that, I think it's in, let me see where I need it, because I can see the code firing here on the side. It's when it's done searching. Oh, I think it's in here. Hold on. I think it's in here. Search container. So now, okay, now I have a secondary issue here. So when I first begin overlapping, I'm actually gathering the information here needed from the object, the actor that I'm overlapping. So I need to reset this. I just realized that. I need to do that down here. Hello, Bill Collector. Welcome. Because if I stop overlapping one object and then set the reference to another object, I need that information. Yeah, because I need to check, has this container been searched? I need that information. So, boy. It sucks that I've got to do this twice now. So then let me do another custom event. Oops, not that. I could do a function, but I really don't like using functions for like just a small string of nodes. If it's a really long thing, then yes, definitely. Refresh inspected object variables. I'm going quite literal here with these names, like refresh object, overlapped objects. I'm refreshing this array, removing and adding things to the list. Here I'm refreshing the inspected object reference, which is that. And then here I'm going to be refreshing the variables that I get from the object. So I'm going to move this down here. I need this input. So inspected object. Please. So inspected object info refresh. There it is. So just to make sure, yeah, it takes me to the new event there. So that goes there. I don't know, that gets shortened quite a bit. Bill collector. 4 million people just went to bill collector. Jesus Christ. The government's got to put a stop to you. You put like half the planet in bill collector void. That can't be good for the world. You know what? I kind of hate this, honestly. It did. After a point, putting spaghetti and making sure it wraps around neatly, it hurts my brain. This is fine. I'm not gonna. Actually, I could do this. Nope. Never mind. Just leave it as is. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Oops. Inspected object. Is that not it? Weird. What's happened twice today? Okay. So yeah, refresh. Inspected object variables. I'm gonna put that here. And that goes there. Perfect. So now oh, but that that's fine because it's kind of redundant because it's doing this again. It's resetting it. It's not a huge deal, I guess. Oh, I guess what I could do is this. Just get that. Get rid of this. Do this first. And this all gets executed in a line. So like everything that happens in here needs to happen before it gets to this. So then this is going to be this. Please. Oh. I hope to God I didn't break anything. The government likes it for cleaning up the homeless. Jesus Christ. I don't think, well, I was about to say, I don't think there's 4 billion homeless in the world, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Oh, I finished my apple. I hope I didn't break anything just now. Cool. Okay. So I need that in here. Nope. Yes, in here. So I'm going to reset everything. Then afterwards, ask, is there another object? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I need to do the full thing. I need to do from here, which will call that, which will call that. Okay. I need to, because I need to also, since I'm finished searching that object, I need to remove it from the list. So refresh object, overlapped objects. So this is inspected object ref. Remove it, so false. And that should theoretically remove it, set it to empty, refresh it to see, check to see if there is another object overlapping. If there is, get that information from the object, and then enable input for that object reference. Oh my god. It's like 15 lines that all lead to one thing. figured. And then it broke it. Okay, right, I'm resetting the HUD, aren't I? Mm-hmm. So, afterwards, if this is not valid, then go ahead and reset it. Damn it, I broke it. It stayed. Oh, and then see, yeah, that broke it. Well, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, I'll say. Scary music. This isn't scary. So I definitely resolved a few issues. Now I guess I gotta move on to figure out how I get it to remain. How do I keep that search text on screen in the bar as well? Well, the bar is invisible. It looks invisible because it's empty. It's set to 0. I'm resetting it to 0, so yeah. All right. Got it. So it went false. Refresh. It shouldn't have been able to do that because I don't know what it's removing. And I broke everything. It's like it's hitting false here, which is correct because I'm exiting overlap with the container that I already searched. So then it's refreshing this again. It's going false here. So it's trying to remove something that isn't even on the list, technically. Okay. Hold on. Contains? Does it contain that? If so, true. Continue. If not, don't continue. Maybe this will fix that. Playbird is the word. No, that's copywritten. I mean, technically all this music's copywritten. But I don't want to get copyright claimed. Or striked, which is worse. A full strike is not good. Okay. But I still lost it. Okay, it didn't break this, though. That's good. But I still lost the search there. Okay, at least a step forward. A step forward. It's a small one, but we've got it working a little bit better. I think I see the issue. I'm back to where I was. Because when I finish searching, it triggers this. Am I resetting that anywhere? No. It's after. It's in here. Okay. It's reaching this and it's hitting 0. So that means it's not in the list? How is that possible? Because you can see it. I mean, I could see it. I could see it being added to the... Oh, it's not getting on the list. Okay, there is a problem with this. Flip. Okay, so false. So if it is on the list, go through that. If it isn't on the list, I kind of need to also go that, but that's where the logic here is gonna get a little muddied up. Shut up. So I need another method of doing this. Because I think what's happening is it's hitting false and then it's trying to refresh with the new inspected object reference. Okay. Can I tell the object to stop collision overall? Actually, that might be what I already did. Has that been done already? Event search spawn has been searched. Yeah, right here. I'm just gonna tell it to not to turn off its collision of this. How do you get copyright just for playing a song? Because that's how copyright works. The copyright holder claims that my stream used the song without proper permission. So there's a claim which is different from a strike. A claim is you have to share some of the money. A strike is the entire video or live stream is gone. It's removed from YouTube and you have like a strike on your channel. So if I get a strike, a lot of things happen. It's really bad. I think I don't remember if I lose the ability to put thumbnails, like custom thumbnails. It affects everything. A strike is nightmare fuel for YouTubers. It is something you want to avoid getting. So copyright music is really bad. Even though this stuff has copyright, but it's usually like strike free. Like you can use it, you just have to share the revenue. It just depends on what your copyright is. Anything produced by a big music producer, like out in California or Tennessee or wherever, those are gonna have full copyright. Like you're gonna get in trouble if you put it on your video. Your stream or video will get removed, and you might get your channel struck down. You get 3 strikes, then you're removed from YouTube entirely. By the way, so I can't start playing like, you know, fully produced music by like Taylor Swift or whatever. Just giving an example. This stuff is fine because it's meant for this, but I still have to share the money. What was I doing? Oh yeah, set collision. I'm just gonna tell this thing to stop colliding. Set collision enabled. No collision. YouTube is stupid. That's how the law works. That's not YouTube's fault. That's just how the law works. Because YouTube gets in trouble if you're just straight up taking people's music and putting it on your videos without their permission. They can get into legal trouble, so they have to do something as a punishment for your channel. Otherwise, you know, YouTube can get into legal issues. Okay, now that I've done that, do I even need this? So my only problem here potentially is removing that. It might not be an issue if I can no longer collide with that object. Like, interact with it, essentially. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck! I was hoping that was it. It does look like the bar broke still. This is where recording what I'm looking at, the code firing, is actually really helpful. Because then you can see what fires in what order. Okay. Yeah, I can see the bar. It's like, there's a tiny bit there. That means it's bugged. See, it's bugged. I can't do anything. But it remained on screen. And then if I end collision... Yeah. Weird. So really I'm breaking it by doing this. I guess that's not the end of the world, but I want to be able to put things close together. Like, that's the thing. I could also narrow this a little bit more. Like, it doesn't need to be this wide. 5 is maybe a little too much. Let's do 3. That way I can put things somewhat closer to each other, but not super close. See, the issue is this. If I look at it at an angle, that is where this issue is going to, you know, be annoying. See, now I can't, you know, overlap with it. Oh, hold on. I think I know what I can do. Well, the issue is this. It's that this disappears. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. So, say I'm overlapping two objects, and it's still doing it, right? Oh no, that problem has been fixed. It's this issue. Yeah, that hasn't been fixed. So when I search it, it's removing it from the object array or object list. And so when I'm ending overlap, I'm getting to this point and it's 1, right? It should be 1. So that should be false. Yeah, it's not removing it from the screen. So what is removing it from the screen? That... Oh, it's this, isn't it? Yeah, it's that. That's where this would come in handy. Like, doing that... I'm guess you can't see it. Re-enabling that. So now I should be able to see. I actually don't remember what the issue with this was. Ah, I think I noticed. So when I let go, it like... And that's when the search bar breaks. Okay. Okay. So it's that bottom. It's down here. It's somewhere in here. So let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. Has the inspected container been searched? And then container is searching container false, set it to true. So it's resetting the variables that I use to denote that I'm searching currently, actively. So it's going false here. And then it's going false here, as if I am searching. Okay, because I refreshed the variables. Got it. Shit. So maybe what I don't want is this here. I think what I can do is move this. Is valid. I guess I could have just copied it from that idiot. If it is not valid. Yeah, I don't know why I did this way. Whatever. Probably don't need that. Let me refresh it after I've let go of the key of the button, the key button, the search button. God, words are hard. Before I do that, actually, let me remove that. So this should trigger false. Oh, ooh, hold on. No, I think it's gonna trigger true. Yeah. Okay, so then instead of there. Okay. Is this from Minecraft? I think it is. I don't know. So this will, refresh the list. Oh shit. Okay, this is. I fucking hate this. This is so annoying. Let's not do it this way. Let's remove these from. Let me remove that. I'm gonna have to call that the second event here. So where was this called? Besides here. Okay, literally just there. Okay. So wherever this is called. Shit. See, this just gets messier and messier, and I don't want to like delete things, and then it's broken. I don't want to. What I'm understanding is the issue is what I had here was what I want. I need it here. I want this here. So as soon as I've searched the container, I want it to reset everything, all the variables, and then refresh the reference. And if it's valid, then don't toggle the HUD. Don't remove the HUD elements that I want. If it isn't, then remove them. Okay, that's fine. So now the issue is I get to here. I end overlap. Okay. I see now. I see now. I need this. I did need this, but not here. I needed it up there. Oh shoot, I need this here. I did need this, just not there. I need it up here. Because by the time I have searched the container and I haven't like moved the camera to end overlap with that container, I'm gonna end overlap and I'm gonna check to see, is it even in the list of objects that you're overlapping? Because I've already removed it here. I've removed it here. It's removing it, setting it to empty, and refreshing it. So this object that I'm ending overlap is not on the list anymore. So if it is on the list, then do the rest. God, I hope this works. I should have taken a screenshot of this before, see what it looked like before. I guess I could do that from previous stream. Screenshot what this looked like, the begin overlap and end overlap. What it looked like before this, because it did not look anything like this. So this can be left alone. That can be left alone. That can be left alone. That. I need it like that. This. I can just put it back to where it was. God, I hope this is it. I can't imagine having to do this with actual code. Oh dear God, I should learn C++ soon. Soon. As in 5 years ago. Okay, that's great. It kept it. It kept it, but the bar is broken. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. One more step closer. And then I have this hopefully fixed. So why is the bar breaking? That's what I want to know. That is the next thing to fix here. The search bar is busted. Let me move all of this to where it should be now. Now that I'm more or less done moving it around. More or less. Okay. That I can No, we'll keep it there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. Jesus H. Okay, cool. Now I can move this back up. Okay. Why is the progress bar breaking? Oh, there's more room here than I need. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I keep moving on the screen. It's somewhere in here for sure. It's gotta be here then. Maybe. Maybe not. I'll check here first. Okay, so it's not removing it on screen, but why is the bar broken? Like, and it remains broken. Let's see. Yeah, there is. I'm gonna test everything, I think. It's the same. It's the same issue. So, which is weird because oh right, this triggers. So if I hold it. So these three like branches are like, this is the one click down, and this is when I click let go, like release the trigger or the button or trigger, whatever. And this is continuous. So that this is how I add to the what's it called? The percentage bar. So that means this is being refreshed. Let me okay. So yeah, really, it's... So this is triggering constantly while I'm holding the key down. And then when it reaches... When it's fully searched, then all of this triggers. Except for this last bit. Forgot about that part. Because this searching is reset. That's been set, but I'm resetting it again here. So yeah, after I refreshed the reference itself, this will get reset. So that's gonna read as false again, even though it was true just a moment ago. It's false again. Get through all of this. This should be false. I think I know why. It is because it's false here. Let me reorganize this. A lot of the times it's just changing the order of things to fix the logic. No. If there's no valid object there, then turn that off. If there is, after refreshing it, leave it as if it was searching. Okay. Please, for the love of God. Oh, and it continued. Got it. Okay. Okay. But look, the bar is fixed. So I fixed it. Really, the issue now is I have this is running on essentially tick. I'm debating what I do here. Because I've at least fixed all of the actual bugs. Like at this point, I'm just trying to get it so that I can put objects close enough to each other. So maybe I'm overlapping more than one object, but maybe not. I think the best play may be to just not do that, to space things out. Which I would like to not do, but I might have to at this point. Yeah, it's because this is on tick. So this is getting immediately set to... That's being set to false again, and then this never got set to false again either, so it'll continue searching. I wish there was a way to lock this. guys. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but oh well. This is how I'm gonna lock it. Lock in search. That is missing the question mark. I need that there for a reason. Otherwise, I'll go insane if I don't put it there. Lock search false. So it's always false by default. It's been doing this thing where it's setting it to true when I make a new variable, and that pisses me off. It never did that before. All right. So if I okay, so in here, when I'm done searching, lock it. Lock it if it's still, if there's still a valid object to set as a reference. If there isn't, there's no point in locking it. And then unlock it when I let go of the mouse button or keyboard or controller button, whatever. Oh, I did it. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Never mind. Now, okay. Okay, that's correct. Correct. Nope. That should not be, or was it that one? I think the issue is I have no idea what I'm looking at. Okay. So, to the right there's 4, to the left there's 3. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Empty. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh, see that? So if I'm looking at this one and then I overlap that. Why did that not? What? What? I don't get it. And then this is broken now. Well, I don't get how that. What is happening? Ghost Star Wars, welcome. Wasn't expecting this to see this as a live stream. Yeah, this is. I've been doing this for months. For what 4 months now? Oh God, it's been 4 months. I was hoping to have this done by now. This first milestone, and I still got to do the puzzle stuff. I might have to push that. That's a bigger task than just getting items to spawn. I might see if I have a puzzle, like, asset pack. Okay. That's so weird. It's like, okay. And it begin overlap. Then I begin overlapping with the one that I already searched. That should not be happening. And I told it, I have it setting so that it no longer collides, so... maybe that isn't gonna work. Maybe I gotta set... Oh, not the... No, yeah, the box. Yeah, the box. No, not the box, right? Hold on. Son of a bitch, it was the wrong thing. It should be working. It's the container mesh, not the box. So now it should no longer overlap once I've searched it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That might have fixed it. 4, 0, 1. Yeah. Okay, so I'm only looking at this. Then I'm gonna look at that at an angle. Stop overlapping that. Okay, that was the issue. As I was trying to turn off the collision for the container, so I can no longer interact with it whatsoever once it's been searched. And that fixes everything. So I can have them touching tips if I wanted to. Excuse the imagery. And the code that I have, this monstrosity here, I want to vomit looking at this. It finally works. Hopefully. There's always going to be that possibility down the road where this right here is broken after updating this 15,000 times or 15,000 hours later. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. There's always the chance that something in here will break later down the line. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is actually a huge step there. Cool. So now I can look at something else. Some other stuff. So yeah, you probably already noticed I have this going on the right. Crystals added, and it gets added to the to this like invisible box on the HUD. I wanted to see if I can get it to like move up smoothly, but I think that's fine, right? Like I don't really care that much. This is great, and it fades in and out like opacity wise. That is perfect. Maybe I can make one adjustment. Instead of waiting a full second, we wait half a second and then remove. So before I had like the icon pop up, remove, much better. Okay. Yeah, before I had like the icon popping up, no, I just want to do text instead. I think that looks better. Obviously the font isn't set as I wanted to, the size as well. I'll figure all that out later. Right now it's just getting things to function. Later is when I do the polish. Okay. So what else was there? Oh yeah, I was very proud of this. I'm so happy with myself. I know this is such a trivial thing, but like I've never worked with data tables before. This, like getting this inventory set up. I can drop an item. Well, maybe it didn't work. Drop item. Why isn't it working? It should be dropping an item. Function button. Drop item. Now let's look at the code of this, because this is broken. I did make some changes before earlier today, so maybe something in that broken. Okay. Alright, I gotta select it in here. False. Ah. It is not registering as an ingredient. Now, why is that? Okay, so let's look at... Because right now I've got the item spawner for the containers. Spawning one item, and it's always spawning it every time. Just for testing. And yeah, I adjusted the percentage and everything. So yeah, it's spawning item number 9 in here, which is the lesser crystal. I also did do this. So before, what I was doing was getting the data table out of the item array, the item entry in the data table. I wanted the data. It's kind of confusing because data table. This this data table is different than this data table. This is a data structure. This is different. I was getting the structure associated with each entry in the data table. So that's why I was collecting this, adding it to that list, that array, and then sending that to the player and inputting it there. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm inputting the data table item name. So I'm no longer transferring this over and then, getting all of this information. I'm adding it to a list of names. And that's just the names of the items from the data table. And then adding it, and then that adds it. That tells the HUD to access the actual data structure that's within that data table entry via the name that I input. And then creating the again, can't really see it well. That then tells the HUD to create this on the right. The collected text, item collected text, whatever. So I'm no longer using like this, and now I have to update everything to remove this because I no longer use that. I'll do that later though. It's all over the place. I got because there's like many different things that needed that data structure information, and now that I've removed the dependency on that, I gotta go through the menu, like the full like menu that has all the different inventory panels and the inventory panel and the item button. So many things that had that. I was passing it all through as I would, open the inventory and all that. So now I need to remove that. It should make it a lot easier because I'm just storing a list of names. I'm gonna close that. I don't know if I need that. I probably did. Let's just close everything except for the player. So this is what I was looking at, right? Yeah. So it's spawning item. Oh, shoot. I need this because drop item is not working. Print. Hello, Jess. Welcome. Print the name. The name of the item type. Hey, I just watched your Something Wicked last night, and I just wanted to clarify that once you fix the transmit, it triggers into word. So even if I didn't, I think I learned that last night. Yeah, it's really annoying. Blank. Okay. Interesting, because that wasn't the issue. That wasn't the case before today. That was absolutely registered. Oh, it's 10. No. It's I do need to get tooltip set up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's registering as a blank, but you can see the item type is not blank. I'm dropping the crystal. In fact, this might need to be 10. Print. Oops. Also, I can't believe you got attacked 7 times. Was it 7 times or 8? See, oh. Yeah, lesser crystal. That's perfect. That's what I want. I forgot that would do it right off the bat. Okay. So why is it registering as blank? Okay, so the item function buttons are created when I click the item inventory icon. So in here, that's why. Got it. So now I need to do this. I need to do this in the buttons. So if it's a story, right? So this was me setting the visibility. So if it's a story item, I want the drop button to be not clickable. I don't want it to be clickable. And if it's a consumable, if it's not a consumable, I want the consume button to not be clickable. I also should change the opacity as well of those. Set opacity. The render opacity to 0.5. I really won't be testing this quite yet, but I just want to set that up beforehand. So on construct, I need to do this ahead of time. So I need this. Thing is, I still need this. Okay, now that should be, not blank. Okay, let's get rid of this. This got a little messy here. Ugh. I hate this now. What I had to do to it looked nice before, now it doesn't look as nice. My code, it's all spaghettified. That goes there, I guess. This is a new definition for spaghetti code. This isn't the worst code. Like the organizing. There's some serious spaghetti out there for people's code in this. It can get pretty tangled up. It's pun intended. Okay, now it shouldn't be registering as blank. Yay! Look at that, it spawned an item. I just need to remove it from the inventory now. Look at that, it spawned the correct item too, because it's supposed to be crystal. I also have one over here. See that? That's a crystal, clearly. Crafting crystal. Drop from the... It's somewhere around me. It's like in a radius around me. I might change it so it's always in front of me. Bro's trying to make the long dark too early. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to do the long dark too. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Oh yeah, I was having trouble figuring out where the hell do I use this. function. Was it in here? Inventory. So inventory menu is what is going to contain all the different menus. So it's going to have the inventory menu. It's going to have the notes menu, equipment, other things. Each individual menu I'm going to be referring to as a panel. So this is where the inventory grid is going. And then over here, this is where I want it to show the text for what the object is, like the title, flavor text, and then the description on the right side. Is that being... What is it called again? Set selected item variables. That wasn't in here, was it? No. Was it in the higher up menu? No, there's nothing here. What am I doing? So I can't remember where I set this. So I have a print here. In the event I somehow trigger it, it'll tell me, hey, go to this blueprint or this widget and redo this event, because I'm no longer transferring this variable. I'm transferring the data, the name. I don't know where that's from. I have no idea. It might be for something, but I have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna close everything except for those two. So this is what I need. When I click, oh no, it's this. Nope, that's also wrong. It's the function buttons. When I click drop, I want not only to the item to spawn, but I also need the button that this was associated with, so this, to be removed from this. It's a very complicated step. So basically, and not only that, not only is it removing it from the inventory, it's also refreshing the inventory panel. That is gonna be a whole thing. I don't even know what you're talking about. What's the video people are talking about where Zach mentions you? He's mentioned my videos for a while now, not just like recently. I don't know what video it is. Bill Collector sent my cousin to the Bill Collector void. No! Oh yeah, Underhill, welcome. No commands. No sound commands for game dev streams. And Mr. Stanford, no sound commands, I'm sorry. Because this is a serious game dev stream. Okay. This thing needs a reference to the button itself. So I need item inventory button ref. Item inventory button. And that needs to be exposed and on spawn. So when I create it here, self. Now the button reference has been sent to the functions button, which is this. And put this in the correct order here. Just custom event. Destroy self. Okay. So this is gonna trigger destroy. So wait, I gotta get this. Destroy self. it's also going to destroy itself as well. So, destroy. Oh, right. We don't destroy the widgets. We remove them. Remove self. So remove from parent. Oh wait, does this have its own? Yeah, so never mind. Let's not do that here. We'll do that here. So we'll get the functions button reference, remove from parent, and emptied as well, the variable. Not that it matters, because I'm also deleting this or removing it. And then remove from parent again. I could have copied it there, but this time it's just the button itself. And before that, let me test it first. This should work. Oh, and then I've got to refocus everything. Okay, so this is going to be a couple of steps to get it all working just right. Drop. Okay, cool. And it dropped the item. Awesome. That still works. Okay. Shit. Ah, right. So when it drops the item, it's also going to remove it from the player inventory. Ah, God. Okay, so I actually don't even have a function for that. So remove item or drop item. I'm gonna start putting these in categories. So items and inventory, and then there. So what I need from that is text entry, or name entry, sorry. And that's item to drop or remove. So now I need to check. What am I adding? Where's add? Add. Okay, item. Where's that? Oh, in here. What? What just happened? No. Oh, I'm being dumb. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm copying pasting in here, trying to make a new variable. No, idiot. Now I'm trying to think, is there ever a possibility where I can hit drop and the item isn't in the inventory? Theoretically, no. If for some reason that's happening, that means there's something else wrong. Bill collector, what in the Ohio? I'm gonna ban you. Uh-oh. I don't understand. I know it's over. What? I hope you're having a friendly fighting, not, you know, bannable fighting. This interface looks like a maze of infinite sadness. Are you talking about Unreal Engine 5? Yeah, it is. I swear I've heard this song twice today already. It's one of the Stardew Valley songs. Okay. Remove. Yeah. Theoretically, it has to be in the list. And there could be multiples of the same object, but it's fine. It's just going to remove one of them from the list. Yeah, I think so. God damn it, Underhill. I unbanned the word and you just had to test it. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow and I'm thinking I might not stream on Friday. Tomorrow's Marvel Rivals with the poop group. The whole poop group's going to be there. So all 4 of us are going to poop and we're going to group. That makes no sense. I might not do Friday stream just because I was feeling overwhelmed today because of this bullshit in front of me. Because I've been on this all day, trying to fix this and that. No, I might stream Friday still, unless I feel burnt out. When you went to the Walmart, you saw a head in a toilet toy. I'm gonna have to ban Skibbity, don't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to ban Skibbity. Okay, remove, and then nothing else, right? I could add like item dropped text, like you dropped this item. I might not, but we'll see. Okay, added, dropped. Awesome, it's no longer there. Cool. So that's one other thing taken care of. So what happens if I do? Oh, right. If I do this. Oh, it automatically refreshes it on its own. Oh. So if I have 2 rows of items, what's going to happen? Okay. Let's see what happens. What happened there? That is not the right size. Yeah, that is off somehow. Oh well. That's fine. Okay, at least it starts the new row. Good. Okay, so if I drop this... Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this removed every instance of that from... Oh no. Removed every instance of that item from the item list, not just the one. That's not good. So remove them all. Oh boy. For loop. For each loop. Can you print the names of everything in the array? Each time I update it. Okay. So there's 6 items. Same thing here. Can you print the names of everything before you delete it all? Oh. Removes all instances. Remove? That's... Really? I don't... Remove? Removes all instances? Wait. I thought it was just the one. So yeah, it's removing them all. But weird, it clearly showed that it was updating. When there was only like 2 or 3 items in the inventory, it was updating it and moving it over. That's not good. Why can't you do a for loop in here? Okay. I'm going to print the length of this before I remove and after. So if there's two items, let's just do 2 items. Object instance of an object versus all objects of class or name. Is it because it's a name? It's actually removing them all? So 2 and then 0. Yeah, it's removing it all. But there's still... yeah, okay. It is straight up removing them all. Okay. So I think add is fine, I'm assuming, because it did clearly have 2 items. But drop is a problem. I can't do drop. Or I can't remove. This is... don't know. Let's see what happens. It'll just find the first one, I guess. Hopefully. Did that thing again where I'm clicking pause by accident. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, okay. So then, let's get a bunch of these. Five, 6, 7. That's fine. 8. Okay, so cool. It's not deleting them all now. It's I'm just gonna use find and an instance in the array with this name. Just one. It's just gonna grab the first one it finds. So it doesn't really matter. And then it'll refresh it, but it's not quite refreshing it yet. So then I need that's good, that's good. We fixed that. So now I need the inventory panel to clear itself and remove all children. Clear and reset. Rest. Reset. So we're going to take that. Inventory grid. Clear? Clear children. Okay. So that clears them from the screen. Clear the array. And then reset. Oh, but then I gotta refresh this. This is being set from the main, like this, the menu, the overall thing. Yeah, it's being constructed and then set. Oh, I have a player reference. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. Does this have a reference to inventory? Sure. Please. Panel. Okay. So, clear and reset. Okay, so menu goes over here. I'm just putting it all in the correct hierarchy. So clear and reset. So clear and reset. Clear children. Clear the array. Get the play reference. This has a play reference. I need to reset this. Item data table. The refreshed version. There we go. I hate that. Just do that. Okay, maybe now it'll stop bitching about it. No, it's still bitching about it. I don't know why it's like, there's a note here. I know there's nothing calling it in this blueprint because I'm calling it elsewhere. This wasn't an issue in 5.0. It's just constantly giving me a warning. But what, hold on. But what if the player isn't dropping the first one? What do you mean? What has Mr. Stanford done? I'm gonna read all the comments now. Oh, you're asking what the game is about. Okay, hold on. Let me read the rest. That's the wrong no, Mr. Stanford. To annoy Toasty. Uh-oh. That's not good. Want to get banned? Yep, you're banned. Daniel, ban. So the game is, it's kind of, I really need to get better at this because basically the moment someone asks me what the game is about, I should basically give you the pitch. It is basically a job simulator where you are searching for, that's a really bad way of putting it. It is a job simulator like game. It takes place in a world where there is, I actually revised the wording for this, but spiritual energy kind of flows freely. I think before it was like the spiritual plane is parallel with the physical plane. No, spiritual energy flows freely, and specific type of spiritual energy creates these artifacts called vessels, and it's usually negative emotions, negative energies, essentially like that. All these create these powerful artifacts that can be used to create potions and stuff like that. But we're now in modern times, so people use it for different things than they did historically. That's all going to be in the lore. They're illegal, so you're using, you're risking your life and your freedom to collect them so they can pay your debts. you know, it's a similar premise to any some job simulator games. You're kind of paying off your debts, so you're doing this risky AF job. So you're going into a location, you're exploring it, collecting items. You got to be careful about your sanity, essentially, your mental health, because each time you interact with something that is spiritually charged, like an artifact or an anomaly or something like that, your sanity gets lower, and you're risking potentially dying. Although in the game there won't be actual death, you'll just kind of like, you know, reset, or you'll lose everything, but you'll like continue. And then each location has its own story based on you know, you've discovered the story through some of the vessels, especially the story based ones. There's gonna be like notes and stuff like that. But it's gonna be like a story based job simulator, I guess, kind of. It's gonna be somewhat spooky. I don't want to go for like jump scares and stuff like that. I'm not really going straight for like jump scare horror, because I'm avoiding programming AI because I don't want to do that. So I'm taking some things from various games. Like there's some influences from like Phasmophobia, Resident Evil, Lethal Company, Stalker, specifically well, I guess all of them really. So I'm just picking some influences from various different games, but it's like any old job simulator game that, you know, those games are really popular right now, and I really wanted to do something like it. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, and that's what this is. But right now, since I'm early in development, all I'm doing is really just focusing on getting the core mechanics working. So picking up items, inspecting them, going through inventory, dropping items, consuming items, reading the details of each item, searching containers, opening doors, stuff like that. The simple stuff. And then once I'm done with Milestone 1, I'm going to start focusing on getting a level built out. Well, it's already built out, but like getting replacing all the doors, because I have to like replace them all so that they actually can be interacted with. Putting in containers so that you can search for items, putting in the spawners, doing the lighting for that level, that sort of thing. And then eventually I'll get to the story, and then like the pre-gameplay menus, so that you can like, when you launch the game, you're on your menu, you select your location, or you can like look at your items, look at how much you owe, pay off a debt here or there, whatever. And then when you go into a location, that's when you actually go around and exploring. Metal pipe sound, I'm sorry. Tomorrow, I promise. Okay. So what was next? Oh, I think I was ready to go ahead and check this, or test this. I'm actually curious what this looks like. Also, ignore the arms. I'm gonna remove those. Well, they're gonna stay there, but they're not gonna be visible. Okay, the first time it didn't work, which I'm wondering why. So, function button drops the item physically, drops it from the player inventory. Okay. Remove the button. Remove it from view. Remove the function buttons. This. Remove that. Remove the reference. Remove self. Oh. I don't think you can do that. I think you gotta clear and reset first, then remove it. Actually, I don't need to remove this at all, because it's going to the panel itself is going to clear the children, remove them entirely, reset the inventory array. Is that all I need to do? I think. So remove the children from the grid. Remove anything from that array, and I think that's it. Oh, I need to refresh these. 0, 0. Yeah, these need to be set to 0, 0 again. Whoops. Because these are how I track the like which position on the grid for the inventory. So column 0, column 1, row 2 or 3, whatever. So reset those. Oops. Please. Please. Hold on. There we go. Maybe that'll fix it, but I don't know. I think I just need like 3 items really to check it. Check this. Oh! Maybe. Let's see. Let's keep testing it. What's the lumbago sound from? That's from Red Dead Redemption 2. From Uncle. Yay! Yeah, it's spawning them in a circle around me. I think similar to like Skyrim and Fallout. Yeah, I think New Vegas did that as well. And 76, of course. Because actually, you don't drop items in 76 like you do in 4. You drop them in a little bag on the floor just in 76. I might change it so that it's always in front of you. Okay. Yeah, because if you click on any of those buttons, yeah, even that will refresh the clickability of the buttons. So I don't even need to worry about that because these are entirely new. Well. Yeah, because like see how they're grayed out here? And then I drop it. Since I refreshed the whole thing, I can click these again. Because they're brand new. I'm very happy that I got all of that working. Okay. That's a huge step. A huge step. Two or 3 or 5 huge steps there for getting this first milestone done. I still got some time. I still need to get consume working from here, from the inventory. So I can consume. First, I need to get the spawner to spawn a consumable, which I've got chips. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So now these are going to spawn chips. And I do have the meshes actually set and everything, so it'll even change the text on the right. See, now it's chips and it's gray instead of green because of the rarity change. Ignore the icon. Oh, right. Makes sense. It's going to be in here. Okay, so if it's a consumable, we're doing something different. We're dropping consumable. Right now, I kind of just have it, for the ingredient, it's kind of just like a generic item. Everything is going to be a generic item for the most part. The consumable is going to be the oddball because it does a few things different. Like you can eat it from inspecting it, and because of that, there's some things that are locked because it's a consumable. Some things that are, and everything else doesn't, is locked out of certain things because they aren't consumables. So I gotta drop consumable here instead of item, because this is just the generic item class. I could like go back and just make it so that the generic one does everything, but at this point I'm scared of doing that, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. So everything else will look like this, well, except for story. Not story vessels you cannot drop, equipment notes you cannot drop. So yeah, that everything else will go through there. This will go through here, just because I don't want to go back and change it now because I'm afraid of it all breaking. So drop consumable, which will be more or less the same here. Oops. Except this is now a consumable item. This should all be the same. Item pre-place. Was item dropped? Yes. That's the same. That's the same. And then remove self. Okay. I'm actually curious if it says chips, so we're good. We're getting the right item. The icon in the inventory is, yeah. Hey, look at that, chips. Ooh. Okay, that broke. That is, let me put that in Chrome. I'm not fixing that right now. I put that in the technical doc. Bug, dropped item. I'm gonna put specifically dropped chip. Can't spell. Chips item shows invisible when picked up, when inspected. Interesting. But yeah, you can see it is showing the correct item name, dropping it, drops it, and it even says consume. I'm reading it, consuming it, it's consumed. My sanity went up. There we go. And it didn't add it to my inventory because, you know, it got eaten. So I need that consume functionality here. Same thing, more or less. Oh! That's another bug. Searchable container. Exiting inventory on the with the function button still on screen does not remove them. Okay, that's already in the bug list. There's a bug. There's a running bug list here. Got it handled. Playing Half-Life 2. Oh, thinking about hopping on the Long Dark soon. Half-Life 2 was a blast. Toasty, what are we playing tomorrow? I already said it earlier. Marvel Rivals. Someone save me. I'm at the weather station this time I passed and the blizzards won't stop and I'm running out of food. That sounds like a problem. Okay, what was the next thing? Oh, consume. So that I believe is on the HUD. No, that's on the player. Let me close everything. Because that's from here. Consume. So item consume. So we're going to the item. But specifically the... well, no, it'll still be the item parent. Let me check the item parent. So we are... Item consume. Item consume. If it's a consumable, do that, which is empty here. But when we go to the consumable, we can see item consume is oh, that's weird. Hold on. Item consume. Event, item consume. Event, okay. It doesn't seem like this is even necessary, but it's just good practice to do that because this is a child of the parent. So then where is... Oh, it's this is an event. So consume item. It's kind of confusing, I know. Consume item, which is a function. There it is. Okay. So I'm thinking for consumables, there is an issue. This is why they're kind of like an oddball for this current item blueprint setup. Every other item just kind of has the same information. Like it has item type, a name, item type, rarity, name again, but this is like the name of the item. This is the name of the data table entry. Flavor text, description, value, weight, all that. Consumables are different. They have an additional thing to them. They affect something else. So it really all depends on what type of consumables I want. So there's, at the moment I know of 2 for sure. Never mind. There's more. There's potions. So for the consumables at least now, the 2 that I can think of, the 2 effects are increase sanity and increase sanity resilience, which is like your buffer. Then there's gonna be potions, which are gonna do, well, actually potions are gonna do something different. Some more powerful gameplay effects. American or Canadian? Oh no. So what I'm gonna do is for all the consumables that just give you health, like food, like snacks, they're gonna... I guess what I'm gonna do is... Do these have the... Yeah, the data table entry. I'm gonna do this as a note for myself later. Yeah. So, get data table row. Something like this. I'm gonna have to change what the consumable does from here. So this is gonna get expanded eventually. Because I'll definitely have, like, the snack foods that you can find in the post-Soviet level. But there's the castle level, which might not have consumables like that. But you might be able to... It depends on what I want to do. I still haven't figured out the details on crafting and what types of effects they have, what types of items you can make. Like a craftable consumable that's like a whole meal. Say you bring a whole meal with you, and it gives you an even higher amount of health versus the snack foods, which will give you a smaller amount. So I'm just going to leave this in here as a note to myself to expand this out eventually. So this isn't a consumable item. So I think what I'm going to do is... Because... I'm like losing my mind here. What I think I'm gonna do is this. Because if I just trigger consume item, yeah, it'll destroy self. What if I just do this? Where am I at? Function buttons. Function buttons. There we go. So on release for consume. Fucking Stardew Valley song again. It has to be consumable. Key items won't matter for consume because I'll make sure that it doesn't matter. Damn it. That looks fugly. Oh well. So it has to be consumable. So I'm gonna... Shit. I'm just gonna copy what I have in here. Consumable. I know, very clever wording there. Oh, script. Consume consumable. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do yeah, I also have to remove from the inventory. So not only am I dropping it, I'm also gonna do this. I'm gonna hit consume item, which will do this, which is actually this, and that adds, you know, adjusts the sanity and then destroys itself. So I'm basically just taking what I do when I interact with this and press the middle mouse. Oh, that's not a consumable. Hold on. I press the middle mouse button, it consumes it. I'm doing that just automatically. As soon as I drop, as soon as I hit consume, it's physically dropping it, but it'll immediately consume it. So it hopefully won't be visible on screen. Let's see. Consume immediately. And then remove it from the player inventory as well. The name. I don't think that worked. Whoops. Ah. It needs a player reference. Oh, shit. Right. Does this not have a player? It has a player reference. Oh, but it's not. Right. Okay, so without that, I can't do that way. Where's that set? When I drop it. So when I interact with a physical item. Is it not getting the player reference somewhere? No, we're bypassing that. On item inspection. Fuck. Can I do this? Can I do this and then it all executes rapidly enough so that it's not even visible on screen? Probably not. Oh, it did. Okay, it worked. Cool. But it's still in my inventory, so I gotta also remove that from inventory. I'm like on the edge of my seat with this fucking music, and then remove cell. Got it. That's what's missing. I don't need to do this 15 times. Hold on. They can all pull the same one. There we go. What is this from? This sounds familiar. Is this from RimWorld, maybe? It might be from RimWorld. You do see it briefly. Oh, but it's there. Shit. It's still physically there. Okay, because like consume item destroys itself. Oh, I'm not in item inspection mode. I'm in menu. If I do this, then it should destroy itself. Question mark. Yay! And I didn't have to make too much more code for that. Awesome. Okay. Holy crap. Oh, that makes me so happy. Perfect. Okay. So the only thing I want to do now is to turn this off. I'm done for the stream, I think. Did a lot of polishing here. Cleaning up code. Making things work better. Actually, I realized... Oh, that doesn't have feet. Fuck. Hidden. I still need to do footsteps at some point. I tried to do that earlier in the series. There we go. They're gone now. But that, I think, crosses off a few things on the technical doc. Item inspection functions are done. They've actually been done. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I say the door is done. I don't think I'm gonna do much more with it unless it becomes an issue later. Oh, I do need to do door locking and unlocking. Okay, that'll be later though. I need to get like an item, a key set up for that. Item inventory icon is done. It's just... Oh, I can show this on screen, idiot. Yeah, so I did this. So these are all done. All three of these. Item inventory is done. I just need to... No, it's in here. Item inventory. Grid X surpasses the background. Just need to fix that. Tooltips. I'm sorry. That I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna push that off until Milestone 2. This is done. I just need to set up the data table. The master. There's gonna be like a master list of this, like the entries. There's gonna be dozens of items in here, and then I'm gonna duplicate it and delete things depending on the level. So the first level that I'm gonna work on is the post-Soviet village. It's like a winter setting. You know, post-Soviet village. The technology is, you know, a little behind. The containers, this is like the rough aesthetic of the container. In fact, I can show you the rest. Like these are already... Why is this like frozen? Yeah, like these are all set up to like look like different types of containers. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's like having trouble rendering it right away. Okay, got it. So yeah, like this is the general aesthetic. You know. I guess I could keep them all different. So then I can start working on that and the data table. specifically for that level. So these are the things that are next. I will work on tooltips next and item sorting as well. I'll make sure that I'm prepared for that for the next stream, which will be on next Wednesday. I'm going to push it back. So with that being said, I might actually be ahead of schedule because the due date's March 8th. It's just a rough due date. I'm working on this by myself. And this is only the first milestone. This is just like the core gameplay stuff. Next milestone, I need to do the puzzle, the setup, the puzzle parent. I either need to build it from scratch, or I need to see if I have an asset pack that just does it for me, and then integrate it with my current doors and containers and etc. I'm actually really happy with the progress I've made here today specifically. This is a lot, and there aren't any like super massive bugs. Like the bugs I have at the moment, they're not that bad. This one I might just forego because like I thought I had this figured out, but see the box around it doesn't quite line up when it rotates, when it's like at a non, you know, non 90 degree. Like this is the default degree angle, 90 degrees, another 90 degrees. See, like it won't be perfect, but we'll see what happens with that particular bug. Okay, I'm gonna close this. I'm done. Searchable container 5. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, whatever. My background. And that's it for the stream. Thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. For some reason my phone thought the stream ended, even though it clearly didn't. And join tomorrow for some Marvel Rivals. I will be doing these game dev streams weekly from now on. Next week will probably be the last one for Milestone 1, and then I'll probably do another cleanup stream after that, the week after. Maybe when I'm done with Milestone 1, I'll take a week off, but like I'm doing these weekly now just to speed things up. This is a game that I absolutely want to be on sale someday later this year, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the music. What else? Yeah, that's it. Marvel Rivals tomorrow. The GTA 4 on Friday. The Long Dark on Saturday. Slime Rancher 2. I almost said Slime Rancher Simulator. Slime Rancher 2 on Sunday, and more of this on next Wednesday. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.